Hello and good afternoon. I am back again, another Wednesday. Um, I almost forgot to actually turn my microphone on. I got caught up in the music. As always, my name is Zara, and I'm a little late today, but that's okay. I got, I actually got caught up watching the trailer for the Monster Hunter movie, which dropped today, and boy, that does not look good. Um, I mean, the monsters look great, but the whole premise, like that whole trailer, is just horrible. It just, I'm not even a huge Monster Hunter fan, and even then, it was it does not look good. It looks like, I mean, it looks like it's going to be Resident Evil, like the Resident Evil movies, but with monsters. That's what it looks like it's going to be. Which, I mean, that makes sense, but still a little bit disappointing, to say the least, because there's a lot of good potential. I guess the one upside is that it may potentially spawn a franchise that will then be like 10 movies deep, and maybe eventually we'll see something a little bit more faithful. Oh well. Never mind that. We don't we're not doing the Monster Hunter things. We will be probably hunting monsters, aliens in this case, but they're small. They're easier to deal with the exception of one. It's a more satisfactory. Finally, I've been waiting for a long time. I have unlocked several new things, and I am very, very excited to give them a go, set things up, and get my production underway. I've kind of stalled out. I need this. I need my fix. I need my fix. Let's go ahead and get things rolling. Cats are currently sprinting around the room as fast as they can possibly go. Calm down, guys. Welcome back. So here we are, back in our Fix It Corporation factory. I have, I think I've put about 20 hours on since the last time I streamed. So a few things have changed, to say the least. Take a sip of coffee first, and we'll go take a look. Whoops. Hmm. Probably the biggest change is I have crafted the Blade Runners, have them equipped on my body, so they allow me to sprint faster, jump higher, and take less fall damage. So I can now fall off of my watchtower to the ground and not take any damage. If I were to jump off and land on the ground down there, that would still hurt, but not much. I am perfectly fine. The only downside is I've gotten very used to being able to jump this high. And I am not looking forward to the moment when I have to take these off for other purposes, for other equipment that we'll probably be getting today if everything goes according to plan. So things in my main factory haven't really changed much. This whole setup is pretty much the same, but I have a lot more of these equipment now. My structural modular frames, that's what they are. My modular frames production is backed up a bit. It's kind of full. I may have to expand storage, build bigger storage containers for these in the future. I think my reinforced iron plates are all full too. All the stuff is full. My screw production isn't, but it's close. I've been doing lots of stuff away from base, so that's why all this stuff is like full and maxed out, because I just haven't really been using it much. But I mean, that's fine. I'll be using it eventually, so I've got this assembler I set up just to kind of manufacture random things that I need. In this case, motors. I've got a bunch. I've got a bunch of smart plating left over from the space elevator, which I don't even know if I need anymore. But you know how it goes. I'll head down to steel production, I guess. I moved my hypertube. I moved it slightly to the right. I have also expanded my steel production and tapped into all 3 nodes of iron here. Each one has its own foundry and is producing steel, both steel pipes and steel beams, which I think both of these containers are now full. Yep. As well as encased industrial beams. Why are you here? Get out of here. So before I had a whole elaborate setup where these things were making biocoal. I had like constructors making biocoal and whatnot. I still kind of have a setup for that to turn biomass into biocoal, but right now I've got more than enough coal to last me. I also have a truck station here that I have tied up to this truck, which is delivering coal. I have an autopilot track set up for this truck, but we're gonna take over and go see what's what. I have several remote mines now set up across the map for various things. So over here is my coal mine. So the truck comes over here, gets loaded up with whatever coal that is in the station, and heads back to base. And all the coal is being pumped from that coal node over there. But that's not all. On the other side of this little chasm, I have another small mining setup. I finally bridged the gap between the mainland and this little separate island over here. So I have a mine down there that is collecting caterium, which is then going into this constructor, or I guess this foundry and constructor, and turning into quick wire right here. I have lots of it. I have more than enough. I don't have a truck set up to deliver that stuff because I don't really need it that much. So I make a trip down here and grab what I need when I need it. I also have a storage container in my my main base that's got a whole bunch of quick wire in it already, so grab some nuts. Add those to my pile. Take a sip of coffee. Other than that, mostly everything else is the same. I've done a little bit of reorganization and whatnot, but I haven't added a whole lot. Actually, no, that's not true. I've added a whole bunch to my power plant as well, which we should probably go check out. I have another truck station here and another truck. This one does have an auto path, or autopilot path enabled, but I don't have it turned on at the moment because it goes and collects black powder, of which I already have lots. So that production facility, it creates black powder over there in the distance. You can see where the miner is there. But it also runs on biofuel. And currently, I think it is turned off because, again, I don't have the need for that much black powder. So that's that. Let's go take a look at my power grid, because I have very much expanded my power grid. Take the long way around my little station here so I don't mess anything up. So the last time I streamed this, I started the stream and immediately we were having issues with power. Our power grid was shut down and I had to go kind of troubleshoot that. At the time, I didn't know what the problem was. I thought that the generators weren't getting enough water, which I was right about. They weren't. But the solution that I chose was to build another water extractor, which actually did not solve the problem. Later on, off screen, my whole power grid shut down again for the same reason. So I had to do some additional troubleshooting. So welcome back to Giraffe Lake, the Giraffe Lake power plant. Things have changed a bit. So the problem was our generators were not getting enough water. I built a second water extractor and more fluid buffers, and then set things up the same way, but I ended up running into the same problem. What was going on was I had these generators overclocked, and when these are overclocked, they use more resources. So they were actually chugging more water than what I could provide. What I kind of learned when I started paying closer attention is these pipes have a maximum flow rate of 300 meters squared per minute. These coal generators consume 45 cubic meters per minute. So when I had them all overclocked, they were consuming more water than the pipes could literally provide. So I was producing plenty of water for them from my water extractors, but the pipes themselves just could not keep up with the flow. So obviously one or two generators would fail and then the whole power grid would shut down. So I'm not overclocking any of these generators, but I basically have two water pipelines that are completely separate from each other. They do not intersect whatsoever. And each one is running 6 coal generators. So a single pipeline can basically support 6 of these generators with a little bit of wiggle room. So it's all pretty comfortable. And then I've got 2 coal nodes being mined from there, pumping all the coal into all these generators. So I've got 12 coal generators on my main power grid here, which is providing 900 megawatts per hour, or megawatts hours. So yeah, I got lots of power. This power plant has expanded to the point that it's pretty much maxed out as far as this little facility. I'd pretty much have to build like a whole another wing if I really wanted to expand it. Plus, if we get oil, we'll be getting access to oil power generators soon enough anyway. So running out of power won't be a problem for the foreseeable future. Let's just say that. This also is not the first, or I guess this isn't the only power plant that I have. I have since gone and built a second one for different reasons. It's the problem with oil production is that it is extremely power hungry. So I definitely could have just set it all up into my main power grid, but I figured I would build a second one closer to the actual oil refineries that would power them pretty much exclusively. Then I won't have to worry about any problems that might arise. So let's head on back to base. So there's a couple more things to see, but we'll get there eventually. Soon, actually. So that's kind of where we're sitting right now. Our current milestone. I shipped off the parts to the space elevator and got access to tier 5 and 6 milestones. I have already completed the oil processing milestone. So I have access to this stuff, but I have not actually created any yet. So that's going to be next. Currently, I am trying to research, or I guess get access to the gas mask, which will allow me to move through the poison gas areas on the map. This will be invaluable. But unfortunately, basically every milestone from here on out requires oil products, both rubber and plastic. So we're going to have to spend our time today setting all that up. So we're going to go ahead and do that. But we do have a couple other new things to show off. I have done a whole bunch of research. And these trucks have been very useful in, driving around the map and exploring and whatnot. But I think it's time for us to expand beyond that. They're good for transporting resources, but we've got something that's a bit more suited for actual exploration here. So this is the Explorer. Oh, I guess I should actually put some fuel in it. Hold up. I'll use biofuel because I think I have lots of it. Lots over here. Plenty of biofuel. So the Explorer also has a workbench and a storage unit in the back. It is much more suited for exploration, obviously. I haven't actually used it yet, but the description claims that it can climb almost like vertical surfaces. Definitely feels a lot faster already. I like it. So I'm going to transfer all this stuff to the Explorer. I'll actually take those because I'm running out of rebar. So it is time to retire this tractor. I might end up having a use for it a little later, so I'm not gonna just delete it. I'm just gonna park it here. You served us well, tractor, but your time has come. You've been replaced. replaced by something a bit better suited. So that's that guy. I also did a whole bunch of research as far as like sulfur and quartz goes. So I have a world map now. So on the world map, you can pretty much see everything. You can see all the beacons that I've placed, all the truck stations, all the trucks as they move around the map. There's Giraffe Lake Power Plant. Last time I left off somewhere around up here. I'd found a Caterium deposit that I was collecting resources from. I've since gotten rid of that beacon because I found one that's much closer down here. There's still... I left the quartz cliffs here because that is a fairly reliable quartz node that I've been using since then. And I think it's the closest one to me. And then I've got a couple other things here, like Coral Lake Power Plant and the Coral Highlands oil field. Whatever could that be? Today we are going to be dealing with that. Sip of coffee. But before we head down there, there is a way through. In order to get down to those locations, it is kind of a pain because I have to go like through there, through one biome, into another biome, and then into like the coral area, and then down to where, my power plant is and where the oil fields are. But today, I can open a shortcut. I have gone and done the research, and I have access to explosives. So I can now destroy the cracked boulders that we've seen littered around the map. And a couple of those are closing off a shortcut to the coral area. So we're going to go deal with that. Then we'll be able to get back and forth from our oil lands a lot faster. But before I head out, I need to load up on resources, because I'm going to need a whole bunch. So I need a whole bunch of motors, lots of encased concrete, steel pipes, copper sheeting, and what else? Logistics. And I'll probably need some fluid buffers too. Alright. Let's go load up on equipment. I'll grab about 100 motors. What else did I need? I'm just going to load up on a bunch of iron plates and advanced iron plates. Yeah, that's probably enough. Modular frames. What else? A copper sheeting. Let's just load up on a bunch of copper sheeting. 300 should be enough. I'll go get some encased concrete. Or encased steel beams, I should say. I should also load up on concrete before we go, because I'm sure I will burn through plenty of that. What else? I don't think I need rotors for anything. I know I need rotors for the water extraction, but I think these just use motors. Motors instead of rotors. Yeah, we should be good. Load up on a bunch of concrete. I'll drop off my coffee mug. I don't need you. I'm sorry, coffee mug. Cable too. I should load up on cable. I almost guarantee you that I'm forgetting something, and that I'm going to have to come back for it at some point, but at least it'll be a relatively short trip, and it'll be made faster with our Explorer, because it won't horribly slow down when it's going uphill. So I think that's about everything. We can make our way over to the Coral Highlands and get started on our oil production. But first, I can show you my black powder factory. I want to see how well this thing climbs up hills. Oh yeah, that's so much better. That's so much better. Alright. So everything's powered off right now because I think these things ran out of fuel. Yep. But that's fine. I got lots of black powder. I've got all the stuff I've got in storage back in my base, plus all this here, so I've got lots of black powder. More than enough. But yeah, I've got a sulfur deposit over there, and a coal deposit up on top of the cliff here. And it's all being sent down into an assembler, which creates black powder. Black powder is being pumped into my truck station, and which acts as both storage and transfers everything to the autopilot truck that comes through here when I have it turned on. So yeah, that's black powder. I have collected that crashed pod already. Alright, so normally to get to the Coral Lake over here, I would have to go, like, I don't even remember. I have to, like, cut through here and then go up here and up and around and then, like, down through here, and you gotta go, like, all over the place in order to get in there. But there's a faster way. If we go right behind our black powder factory here, there's this stone bridge. Fortunately, it is currently blocked off by these enormous boulders. I can pick up this beat while I'm here. So, we had to deal with that. So if we equip our detonator, we can slap some explosives on there. And just like that, just like that, I'm gonna go blow up that rock up there too, because it's bugging me. Oh, hey, a thing. Might as well pick this up while I'm here. Right, and just like that, the path is open, ready to go. And this, from what I understand, this should spit me out right behind my Coral Lake power plant, my secondary power grid. We got some bros. And they're perfectly okay with me. There it is. Alright, so my Coral Lake power plant is very similar to the Giraffe Lake power plant, just smaller. I only have 6 generators set up here, just a single pipeline. Two water extractors, a couple fluid buffers. Pretty simple setup, but it works pretty well. It is also barely being used at the moment, which is entirely on purpose. Because on the other side of this lake, on the shore over there, is a land rich with oil, begging to be exploited. I've already spent my time scouting it out, so I know what to expect. I suppose one of the things I could do is build an access ramp across the lake so that I don't have to drive around. But hey, it's minor detail. I haven't really decided how I'm going to deal with the oil production, though. Like, I've kind of assumed that I'm just going to have all of my oil extractors and refineries set up down in the same place, and then ship all of the necessary products over. Wait, hold up. Where am I? Whatever, I'm just gonna go down here. Yeah, we're fine. I suppose the alternative would be to extract the oil and then pump it all the way somewhere else so it is closer to the actual the rest of my production, but I don't know. Might not be worth it. For the time being, we got some oil right here, but there is a giant spider back here. Where'd you go? There you are. Alright. Giant spider dealt with. So we've got two sources of pure oil right here inside this cave, protected by a spider. And then down on the beach, there's even further oil. Hi, doggo. There's a normal patch here, and then there's an impure patch over here. So we've got 4 sources of oil right here, ripe for the picking. So I'm definitely going to get things set up on these pure sources up here in this cave before anything else. So here we go, oil extractors. I suppose the question is, where am I going to pump this oil in order to refine it? Maybe I should pump it down onto the lake and build like a platform out there just across from my power plant. That will be all of my oil refineries and whatnot. Yeah, I might do that. So first things first, oil extractor. Let's put one right here. Pumping out into the fresh air. You know what? Let's do 2. Well, let's see. Extraction rate of 120 cubic meters per minute. These are pure, so it's going to be double that. So it's going to be 240. Whew. That is a lot of oil. I have no idea how much these refineries actually how much resources those things use per minute. So I suppose I'll be finding that out on today as well. Well, I guess let's go with 1 for now, for sure. Park you out of the way. So I'm gonna have to build some pipelines. Okay, pipelines. We'll pipe oil down here. And then I guess we should probably get our platform set up here first. So let's go ahead and do that. How big are the refineries? They're a fair size, a little bit smaller than a coal power plant. Okay. If we do end up running out of concrete, I do have a concrete production set up. What happened? I do have a concrete production set up just on the other side of the lake, just in case. Let's make it 4 wide. You know what? Let's just build a refinery just to see. Oof. It sounds cool. Recycle plastic. All right, so this only uses 30 meters, 30 cubic meters of crude oil per minute. That's not much. Wow, I can get a lot of production out of these oil fields. Holy crap. Okay, perfect. So, and then it'll create plastic as well as a byproduct, 10 cubic meters of heavy oil residue as a byproduct. It is the first time that we've been exposed to byproducts as part of the manufacturing process. Dang. Which is always fun. Because the byproducts can also be used to craft further things. So basically, I need to come up with a... Probably going to need a storage system for all of the byproducts as well. This is going to be significant. I built this platform right out. Nice big flat space. I think it does suck because one of the milestones I can unlock once I get access to plastic and rubber and whatnot is like advanced fluid stuff. So I can get like a bigger holding tank instead of just the little ones that I've got, which would be nice. I think I'm going to build... I'm going to get rid of this pipeline for now. I think I'm going to build some holding tanks up here for this oil. Oops. Oh, hello, bots. Boy, relentless. Okay, so we'll build a little platform here to hold some, well, I guess to hold some holding tanks. And then the oil will get pumped down to our platform down there. So let's do that. Let's build a couple of fluid buffers here. I'll put them on this side to leave room for expansion. Oh, I can stack these. Stacking fluid buffers, baby. No, we don't need to stack fluid buffers. That's perfectly fine. But I do need to line things up properly. So I need to go about here and in. There. That will connect. And then these will get stuck. About my aesthetics. Right there. And then, yeah, that'll get pumped down here. And hey, the clearance is pretty much perfect. I can go like straight vertical. Awesome. The nice thing about pumping down is that I won't need, well, I don't need pumps, because the fluid will not have to be pumped upward. So let's get a refinery. You know what? Let's expand this one more. Get a refinery. I want to leave a bit of space at the front of this because there's another oil patch here that I may have to tie in. So let's leave Leave a little bit of space. Let's say up here. I love that noise. Big machinery. Huge. I think the refinery is the biggest single piece of machinery that we built so far. Other than the space elevator. Speaking of, visible from everywhere. All right, so this is going to be making plastic. Nice and simple. Plastic, and it'll be outputting fluid. So I'm basically going to need a separate storage area for the plastic and then a separate storage area for the byproduct fluid. Let's build another refinery here. Sorry, I'm just thinking about the logistics of the storage here. Is it this one? Because I need one for sure making plastic, and I need one for sure making rubber. This makes even more fluid. Okay. So they will have to go out, and then yeah, I can make something work. I can make something work. Just gratuitously expand my platform even further. And then gonna need some fluid buffers for the byproducts here. I also want to see what the byproduct can be used for. Oh, right. So the oil residue that gets created can then be put into another refinery, which then refines it into fuel. Or I can turn crude oil straight into fuel with a polymer resin. Interesting. I know, and then I can also turn the residue into petroleum coke, which is basically less efficient coal. Or for aluminum refinement, which I will need to do aluminum refinement at some point, but I don't even know how to do that yet. And I'm pretty sure I don't learn that until like tier 7. So currently unimportant. So for the time being, I'm going to just set up some fluid buffers to pump all of this wonderful this wonderfully awful byproducts into. You know what? Let's I'm gonna put them. No, I built the platform in an incorrect location. I'm going to build the fluid buffers on their own little platform over here. And then it can be... The way that the platforms snap to each other is a little less than intuitive, let's say. And then we can build another refinery here. Oh, I forgot to grab steel pipes. That's what I forgot to grab. I'm gonna have to go get more. But later, I can at least get things started here for the time being. Okay, so one thing at a time. Let's get the old pipeline ready and raring to go here. Let's get back up to our platform. Oop. Get things started here. I think that's straight. It'll be straight enough. Let's get down there. Quite 90 degrees, but hey. What really is 90 degrees? Not everything can be 90 degrees. Is this correct? This is the right spot there. So we're gonna put that there. We gotta split our pipeline. Actually have to delete this. Then we'll go ahead and... No, that's not straight at all. Go into there. That will go into there. So oil will be pumped into our refineries. I'm going to need another pipeline cross. Probably about... Put it about there. That's not straight. Sure isn't. The difficult part now is dealing with the fact that there's multiple logistics points. So now we've got you've got pipes coming out as well as conveyor belts, pipes going in and as well as conveyor belts. Not in this case, I guess, but for the coal generators, you've got both conveyors and pipes running. And it can be a little bit of a nightmare trying to get things figured out. Because in this case, I'm going to have to send these conveyor belts up and over these pipelines. I mean, technically you don't have to. You can just... They can overlap with each other. The game considers that to be legal, but I don't. It is incredibly illegal. If you were to ask me, oh, I don't have enough steel pipes to even do that. I need steel pipes. Okay, I'll get things kind of set up temporarily for now. No. That one was facing the wrong way. All right. So this one should be able to just zip right over. And this one, I'll have to... nope. There we go. That's better. And of course, I need a stackable conveyor pole for aesthetics. Okay, that one's rubber. This one is plastic. All I need now is power. Oh, I already... Oh boy. Excuse me 1 second. Ooh. Sorry about that. Having some hoarse throat. Okay, let's get a power line, let's say over here. Yeah, I've already set up power lines crossing the lake because I knew that I would be down here. I knew that I was going to need to extend them this away anyway, so I figured set them up ahead of time. That one there. That wire's too long. Okay. Oil production is underway. The pipes are filling. Cool. So this thing's max flow rate is 600 cubic meters per minute, which is twice what one of these pipes can even handle. I am hoping that we get access to bigger pipes that can handle a higher flow rate, because otherwise it seems like it's kind of a waste. But for the time being, these should be filling up. Yeah. I'd love to see it. Crude oil, baby. And I suppose this can get set up here as well. Those are on the back side, so I will put a power line back here. Go. Uno dos. There she goes, our first plastic production. And our first rubber. Plastic and rubber. As well as heavy oil residue, which is currently being pumped into these here tanks. That'll definitely take a long time for these to fill up, but that's fine. I'll be able to turn this residue into fuel or petroleum coke, or potentially other things if we can unlock more recipes. But I need to find more hard drives to do that. To find more hard drives, I need more equipment. And to get more equipment, well, I need oil. So there we have it, our first oil production. Why is this pipe so empty? I guess its flow rate is up there, so it must just be pumping straight through without really filling the pipe. Because these aren't slowing down at all, are they? No, these things are running at 100% efficiency, so they're full of oil. They're as full as they can be. They're producing as fast as they can. So yeah, to put things in perspective, each one of these refineries uses 30 megawatts. The extractor up there uses 40 megawatts. So that's 100 megawatts of power right here, just between these three pieces of machinery. So you can understand why I wanted to build my own, its own, quarantined off power grid from the rest, because these things are power hogs. But the goal is eventually these will lead me to research oil generators, and then I'll be able to begin replacing my coal generators with oil, which I'm sure will power or provide even more power. Oh yeah, those are full. All right. So yeah, plastic and oil production, or plastic and rubber production, is up and running fairly smoothly. I guess potentially the next thing, I do want to expand my storage here, turn these into bigger storage units, and potentially also build a road across the lake. So that I can just drive straight across without having to drive around. In fact, I could probably do that now. Do I want to get that ambitious? Not yet. Not yet. I'll wait. Alright, so I'll let that produce for a little while. I gotta go get some more steel pipes. I hope I didn't box myself in here. Nope. Alright, let's get out of here. What did this require? I don't remember what this pod required. Oh, it requires 4 rubber. Well, that's easy. Go get some. For whatever reason, the crashed pod here is sealed and requires just some rubber to open. Couldn't tell you why, but that's what it needs. Yeah, I got rubber. Open her up. Give me that hard drive. Those things make poison gas. I can't deal with them any other way. It's all poison gas too. Come on, baby. I like this vehicle a lot more. Wait, hold up. Is this the entrance? I think it is. Yeah. It's our little shortcut entrance here. Little hop and a skip back to our black powder factory, and then we're practically home again. Whoops. Hit something in the ground. Soon enough, we will have gas masks, and then we will be unimpeded. We can go anywhere we want. Alright, we'll park there for now. Is this thing full of biofuel? It is. I might have to steal some of it. Alright, steel pipes. Steel pipes is what we're here for. Of which I have tons and tons of them. I suspect, yeah, one stack could be lots. Yeah. I need more copper sheeting too. Kind of running out. Well, let's go get some more of that too. And also set this hard drive to research, because that'll take about 10 minutes. Away you go. That'll give us a new recipe. New recipe for success. Alright. I think that means we're good to go. I'm gonna grab some biofuel from this container. Stock up. Crash into a rock. Flawless. Wonder. Okay, so I can set this thing up for an autopilot as well. Interesting. I think it has the same amount of storage capacity as a truck. But soon I will be getting access to bigger trucks with even more storage capacity. So I may have to send Yeah, if I'm doing all my refining down here, then I'm definitely gonna have to send some other some sort of separate vehicle down here to go and collect resources and bring them back. That is for sure. I think I went too far. Yeah, I did. Well, it's fine. This thing is meant to take a bit of a beating. I think this leads like in the back way, behind the rest of our. Oh, I don't want to mess with those things. Not yet, anyway. Soon. But not right now. Oh, what is this? Hold up. Small detour. We found something that we can explode. Aha. It is a summer sloop. As well as some bauxite. Cool. Still have no idea what bauxite is for. What are those ores for? At this point, I have no idea what bauxite is used for in this game. I have yet to even reach that point. Uh-oh. Hold up. There we go. Off-roading. We'll just park up here. Oh, the other one, the summer sloop. Unfortunately, there's two artifacts in this game. There are summer sloops and Mercer spheres. This game is still in early access, so yeah, they unfortunately don't do anything yet. They are shiny and they look cool, so you can pick them up and collect them. I've got a whole bunch of them back in base, but as of right now in the game, they don't do anything. This is bugging me. I have to... Oh, no. Wait it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to whenever they get some sort of functionality into the game. Or the artifacts, because they are pretty neat. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but the summer sloop is literally just the cool S. Given 3D shape. Which I always thought was pretty funny. Okay, I need another refinery. Let's build one. Let's get on top of these tanks here first. Oh, everybody remembers drawing the cool S in school. That's what school was for. But where is the tank? Okay, so it's right there. So to line it up right, it's got to be about there.
I'm looking good.
Oh. Thank you, Sour Knife. You are looking good. Okay, refinery is going to make residual fuel. get you some power here. Oh no, you got nowhere to go. Hold up. I need... Where am I gonna put my fuel? I've made a horrible mistake. I feel like this is a bad idea, but you know what? For the time being, that'll do. 6-7K off your coal generators. Yeah, coal generators are pretty good. I haven't quite gotten access to oil power yet, but that's on the docket. I can't actually do anything with that fuel yet, can I? Fuel is either converted into electricity or as fuel for vehicles. I can't do either yet. So I guess I'll just fill up some tanks with fuel and then use that for something else once I get access to it. I know you can get like containers at some point, and you can actually put fluids in containers, which will allow you to carry them and transport them as objects. But I don't have access to that yet. The vehicles are not hard to program at all, actually. Basically, you just... where did my car go? I can show you. If you press V, it opens up the autopilot menu. And then all you need to do is start recording, drive into whatever kind of path that you want it to take. And then once you finish, you stop recording, and then you just turn on autopilot, get out, and it will go and do its thing. If the trucks drive through the truck stations, they will automatically load or unload themselves, depending on how you have the truck stations programmed. So I have a couple of those set up already, that the truck is set on an autopilot path. It drives through the truck station, gets loaded up, and then comes back to my base through another truck station and gets unloaded. It's pretty useful. I would say it's more useful for like long-term trips, because I have mine set up on a relatively short trip, and it's not really picking up that many resources. Ooh. So if you have it set to a longer trip, then it'll be a bit more efficient. Yeah, I don't have a good quartz production set up yet either. I know where I have a couple of nodes, but they are quite far away from my base, and I don't have a good path set up there. But it is definitely useful. I would say, yeah, build a couple truck stations, and it'll at least save you from having to do that trip manually all the time. The only issue then would be fuel for the trucks. I guess it depends on what you're doing, like what stage of the game you're in, because if you're still in like the early to mid game, quartz probably isn't that important. Usually what I'll do is I'll run out to my quartz. I've actually got my map here. I've got my quartz nodes are up here. So what I'll do is I'll run up there, throw down a couple automatic miners or conveyor belts or whatever, however you want to do it, and then I'll just grab a few stacks of quartz and come running back. And then make whatever I need to out of it. But it's getting to the point now where I need like 100 of the oscillators that you make out of quartz at a time just to research stuff. So getting some sort of automatic production set up is probably worth it in the long run. I need to move this truck. This truck is currently not in service, so I'm going to put it over here. Because I want to see if this truck station will automatically fuel up my Explorer. Yep, it does. Oh, but that means it's also going to take all the stuff out. Give me that stuff back. Stop it. This is my equipment. Get back in there. Did I have one automatic miner? Did it take it out of there already? It did. Give me these back. There. I should probably set up a separate truck station that serves as just fuel and doesn't unload or load items automatically. Alright, so we got our rubber, we got our plastic. Let's go shove all this stuff into our hub. Get it sent off.
Milestone reached. Gas masks and filter parts will ensure increased odds of survival in gas-based hazardous environments. Fixit Incorporated would like to extend the friendly advice to not forget to change filters regularly.
I need fabric. I don't actually have any fabric production. I've just been making that stuff manually. Fabric. Oh, I need biomass too. Oh, I've got tons of biomass on me already. I'm doing pretty well. I'm excited to be playing this again. I haven't. I've been holding off playing this until I could stream it to set. I've had access to like all my oil production stuff for a while now off screen, but I've been waiting to actually get it set up until I've been streaming. So I'm excited to be doing that. Okay, let's make a gas mask. Where am I at here? About 47 hours. I'm gonna save while I'm here. 47 hours. I've been playing for a couple weeks. Oh, I need way more fabric. Okay. Yeah, I need more biomass. I've how long have I been playing the game? About 47 hours. This is the one and only time that I have played it, so I have seen other people play it. I have seen it recommended to me, so I figured it was about time to play it. I started up a couple weeks ago, and it has immediately consumed every moment of my life. Oh, no worries. a good game. Go ahead and make some gas filters. All right. We got us a gas mask. You know what that means. I can finally get that slug that has been mocking me this entire game. I don't think you can stop it. But if you have a gas mask, you will use the gas cartridges while you're in the gas instead of it actually hurting you. How do I get up there? There we go. I don't know if I can actually do this. Well, there we go. Been watching you the entire game. Come here. Not that I haven't found like a million other yellow power slugs. But it's just... it's the precedent more than anything. There we go. Alright, I'll re-equip my Blade Runners. Yeah, I've seen at least a couple crash drop ships that are deep within poison gas clouds. Oh, hey. My dropship is back. In fact, I have one marked on my map. Crashed pod, Stinky. So I'm gonna go check that out. That's over by my coal power plant. Is my hard drive finished? Research, it is. What do we have here? Oh boy, an alternate blueprint for signal beacons that uses steel and crystal oscillators. That sounds worth it. It's not like they aren't already ridiculously cheap to make. Boy, these are weird recipes. Make iron plates out of steel and plastic. I mean, I guess if you've got like a huge excess of these resources, fair enough, but compacted coal. A much more efficient alternative for coal, used as fuel for vehicles and coal generators. Hey, that sounds pretty good. Sulfur and coal. Interesting. That will change everything that I've got set up for my black powder factory. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Let's see. I can drop some junk off. Drop off that mycelium. Oh wait, artifacts don't go in. Need to convert this slug into power. Then I can put artifacts in there. Alright, well thanks for dropping by, Sour Knight. It's greatly appreciated. Anything else I can drop off? I don't think so. Well, I want to edit path. I want to get in my vehicle and go. The world is now my oyster. I can go anywhere, do anything. And that's not quite true, but it's pretty true. Now that the poison gas is no longer a barrier for me, it really does open up plenty of new avenues. Is it down here? Crashed pod. There you are. Ah, yes, this is the one that I could get very close to, but couldn't quite reach. But now... Oh, right, I don't actually have my gas mask equipped. Eat some nuts to restore health, and then gas mask on. Let's see here. Oh, I'm so used to having my Blade Runners equipped that it's just... I feel so slow and just powerless without it. Where's the rest of this thing? Is that it? Just some screws? Is there no actual pod module, or is it further up here? Oh, hello. Give me your organs. Oh, hi. Hold up, I need to see. I need my Blade Runners on again. So much faster. I need to see. Ah, there it is. So I didn't even need the gas mask to get into this pod, because it was up here. It was up on the cliff the entire time. How silly of me. Oh, what do I need? Modular frames. Done. Whoa. This is probably gonna hurt, but not that much. Ow. Oh, wow, okay, that hurt a lot more than I thought it would. But it's fine. I have infinite nuts. Infinite nut. Infinite nut. I don't know. There's some kind of joke there. Let's get out of here. The Explorer sure is bouncy. It's fun though. Whoa. Whoa. All right. So I guess something I didn't mention with this truck is that this truck is... I'm bringing coal back. Oh, well, my coal storage is full. Oof. My whole steel mill is completely locked up because all the storage is full. Everything's full. There's no room for anything anymore. I suppose I could change that. Yeah, I could definitely change that. Hold up. I need to shut you off. Whoops. Yeah, disable autopilot. There we go. Because you are full up on coal, as it is. Can I not put you in there? There we go. So you don't need to continue making that trip. We got lots of coal here. Let's see. Limestone production is running pretty well. Oh, warehouse is full again. I think I am going to split this and tap some of the concrete over there to make 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 encased steel beams, because they definitely seem to be much more... They're coming up more and more in construction stuff, and they're easy to make. I just don't have a huge stockpile of them, so I'm gonna go ahead and make some more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That will kind of get my steel production restarted a little bit. I do also need to make more versatile frameworks, which are very expensive, because I'm going to need a lot of those for the space elevator. But I'll deal with that later. I'll have to get that stuff kind of set up on its own. For the time being, I need a new milestone. These are the other items that I need for the space elevator: adaptive control units and modular engines, and I need a lot of them. This will also unlock manufacturers, which can craft 3 or 4 parts into one, which I'm probably going to need for these. This also unlocks trucks, nicknamed the Unit by Fix-It Pioneers because of its massive frame, and computers. Alternative fluid transport. Here we go. This is the one I was talking about. So if you unlock this, then you get these containers for different liquids. So the empty canisters can be used to either store fuel or biofuel. I guess this also unlocked liquid biofuel for me, which is nice. Heavy oil residue. I love the fact that the packaged water is just like 5-gallon jugs of water. That's fantastic. I love it. And you also get the great big fluid buffers. Huge. The big round ones, which I think are super cool. So that's definitely something that I'll need at some point, because I want it. I want these. I'm pretty sure if you have packaged fuel, then your vehicles can run off of it. Because currently I don't think there is a way to actually pump fuel directly into your vehicle from where it is sitting. We also have tier 6 unlocked, which that unlocks our fuel generator. As well as conveyor belt Mark IV. I've, to be honest, I've never used a Mark III conveyor belt since I've started playing this game. Not once. I've used the Mark II conveyors, but I have never had a need to use anything faster than that. It's completely unnecessary to move resources that quickly. Maybe if you're transporting them across like a huge distance, but even then, it's, you know, you're only able to produce resources at a certain amount per minute. Although I guess I'm still only using miner Mark 1. If I used a Mark 2 miner, that would explain it. Yeah, a Mark 2 miner on a pure resource node would end up producing 240 resources per minute. So that makes sense. Still, that's 480. That's double that. That's ridiculous. We can also craft a jetpack. Which, I mean, hey, that sounds fun. That requires computers. And finally, this is kind of the big one, monorail train technology. That gives us access to trains, which I am both excited for and dreading every moment of, because setting up train infrastructure sounds like an absolute nightmare. I also need a whole bunch of heavy modular frames, which I can't even make without manufacturers, so this seems like our next big milestone. I can probably complete this right now, actually. Go dump some motors into that thing. Oh, we need more motors. I really need to set up motors. Set up a more permanent motor production. It requires stators and rotors, which are in two very separate parts of my map. The brain, it hurts. Although I am already pumping rotors down there. At least I thought I was. No, I'm not. No. I didn't need rotors for that. I needed steel pipes. Okay. Well, I can get some more motors set up. Okay, dump those in there. I've got enough wire cable for that. I'm sure I can get that dealt with right now, too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1,000 wire. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10. So just plastic and rubber. That's all we got left. And I'm sure we've got plenty of that back at our refinery. I need to get rid of some resources here. Don't need that. Don't need... I probably don't need that much cable. Good enough. I can deposit these screws away. Perfect. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to diversify a bit more, I think. I know my original plan was to set things up so that everything is being pumped into like central storage area, and then all of that can be doled out to where it needs to be, but that's a lot of work. That is basically upending my entire infrastructure as it is. Let's dump some rotors in here. And I'll go grab some stators. Again, I guess there's nothing really wrong with just doing things manually, doing things the hard way. But it's inefficient, you know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess there's probably no harm in setting this up again, because I had this originally splitting the steel pipes. Half would go into my storage here, and then half would go over here where they were getting made into stators. But when I redesigned my steel production, I kind of cut off the supply of steel pipes, which in turn cut off the production of stators. So let's change that. Let's just do this right here. Oh, another thing that I unlocked that I completely forgot to mention is I have access to smart splitters now. So you can, it does the same thing as a splitter, but you can set which items get split. So I can set up things the way that I wanted to way back when. Although now I have them running in a way that works for me anyway, so it's kind of pointless. Let's delete that. Let's get a splitter right about there. Go there, go there. Then let's go there. So I need to go way over there. So I'm gonna have to come up about a go about that ain't gonna work. I'll have to go about there. I'll have to go about there, and then that will have to go up and in. Not quite straight, but hey. How many things in this world really are quite straight? Let's be honest. Alright. So that's up and running. Got lots of concrete in here, so that'll keep going for a decent time. Eventually I'm going to automate that, along with these guys too, because I need lots of them. Although, probably don't need to automate these ones. They're just very time consuming. I'll worry about that later. Alright, so stator production will be up and running shortly again. I've got motors being built. Yeah. Alright, let's take a trip. guess let's take a trip down to our refinery again. I'm running out of concrete. I should grab some more. I kind of planned for my oil production to be a lot bigger than I think I needed it to be. But hey, I've got lots of room for expansion should I need it. But at this point, I'm already producing plenty of rubber, plenty of fuel. So it seems like it's probably good. But we'll see. We shall see. I definitely want to try playing on some of the other starting areas too. I'm very curious to see what kind of challenges they offer. There is one of them starts in like an ancient forest, which is kind of up around here on the map or so. That one I'm very curious about because it says the main challenge of that one is that there is very little flat building space available. Which, I mean, that's no problem for me. Concrete plot, just give me some limestone and I'll be able to build anything. Wait. I have not done this enough to know where all of the ups and downs are in this zone. Zone, I keep calling it the Coral Highlands because that's what it looks like. Gentlemen. What do you need? Oh, this was the one that needed rubber. That's right. Oops, I just deleted a nut bush from existence. My bad. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got lots. If I had to guess, these are already full of fuel. So much so that this thing can't even produce anymore. So these are probably filling up with oil residue. Yep. Alrighty. Well, don't worry, I'll be able to use you soon. Fuel. Although, I'm probably going to have to relocate these tanks somewhere else. So I might have to transfer everything. Or just flush it. I don't know. We'll see. Power grid is good. Good to go. Well, let's load up on some resources here. Oh. Where did I get all these stators from? Oh, I forgot to I forgot to actually put these in the thing to make motors with. I'll put all that away. I'll grab all the rubber, all the plastic, and I'll bring it back to base. Stick it into storage. And use it as I need. I can't actually store those, so let's just go. I am going to need a lot of plastics and rubbers in order to create the next levels of things from here. Ooh. I always forget about those guys. That's also the wrong way. I need to go around this way. Almost ran over another nut bush, but it's fine. Vroom. I don't know what is actually faster. I don't know if this little rock bridge over here actually ends up being faster, like a shortcut. I think it must be. I mean, everything feels like it's faster with the Explorer because it doesn't slow down from inclines nearly as much as the truck does. So that probably makes a big difference. Whoa. I love this thing. I never want to stop driving around with inside this Explorer. It stops on a dime. Thanks, box. Okay, let's take all this plastic and shove it into here, aside from 200 of which. I need a second storage container. No, get off. That I will store all my rubber in. Oops, grab all these stators. So I can get my motor production up and running again. Except for 200 of which. There. Everybody out of my way, I gotta make motors. Stator. Construct both. How are my screws looking? Lots of screws. We good. that case... Oh, the hard drive's probably finished research. Oh, I didn't actually start it. Got too much stuff on my mind. Okay, let's dump this plastic, rubber. Away you go.
Milestone reached. The manufacturer increases production complexity. A critical look at production line logistics and efficiency is recommended during integration. The truck allows for increased efficiency in transportation, automated or otherwise. New project parts enable progress to the next phase.
Cool. It's huge. A big boy. I may end up setting a truck up, traveling between my oil refineries and my storage area here. Although I don't know if I'll need one that big. Probably not. I probably could just send this dinky guy going back and forth. Okay, well, we got the truck, nicknamed the Unit. Where is the... I must stand up front where that ladder is. Cool. What else did we get access to? The manufacturer, which is... Manufacturer is going to be big. I know that much. Yeah. So this guy, I am definitely going to have to use 55 power. Jeez. That is a power hog. So using the manufacturer, I can finally set up automated production of crystal oscillators, as well as, more importantly, heavy modular frames. Boy, those are some resources, all right. I'm definitely going to need heavy modular frames set up in some sort of automated manufacturer because I can't keep building them myself. They're way too time consuming. But setting up the logistics for that is going to be a nightmare because that's screws from there, modular frames from there, steel pipes from down there, and what else? What else did I need? And encased industrial beams from the other side of that platform. So, boy, it's gonna be a mess to set that up. But hey, I have access to it at the very least. As well as, oh, I should look to see, I don't actually know how to make those parts. Modular engines require motors, rubber, and smart plating. Okay. That's okay. I've got a bunch of stockpiled smart plating, so that's fine. And adaptive control units require automated wiring, circuit boards, heavy modular frames, and computers. Woof. That's scary. Computers require circuit boards, cables, plastic, and screws. Circuit boards require plastic and copper sheet. Ooh. That's a lot of logistics. And the space elevator, those parts that I need, I require tons of them. Look at this. 2,500 versatile framework. 500 modular engines. 500 modular engines. That means I'm going to need at least 1,000 smart plating. 100 adaptive control units. Which is... it's a decent amount of wiring. I think I might have enough, actually. Let's see how many smart plating I have. Because I stockpiled up on them while I was still making them, because I knew that I would need more. Yeah, I've got like 350 of them. I'm gonna need a lot more. Oh boy. So I think basically I'm gonna have to set everything up and then get all of my hub milestones dealt with first, then actually set up the manufacturing process for these parts, because they require tons of resources. And as long as everything is automated, even if it's slow, then it should work out just fine. What else do we need here? Jetpack. Monorail train technology. Requires a whole bunch of computers. And heavy modular frames. I've got enough steel pipes and steel beams that's not ridiculous. Requires 25 to 110 megawatts of power to drive. Must be built on a railway. Oh man, that's its own nightmare. Okay, well let's focus on an alternative fluid transport for now, because that's fairly easy to deal with. I've already got enough plastic and presumably enough motors. I am running really low on motors. I need to get that set up a little better optimized. Yeah, I think I have finally reached a point where my two impure iron nodes are not cutting it for a greater item production. I think I am going to have to expand, because I'm going to be using lots of this stuff. And the motor production is just not fast enough. You know what? I could solve that problem. Double production. Probably not worth it for the amount of power that it hogs. So it's definitely not worth it. 45 megawatts of power. Or I could just build the second one. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to build some separate resource production nodes. Use some of the other iron nodes that I have in the area, because I'm going to have to set up this like second tier of items, specifically rotors. I need way more rotors, because I'm burning through them really fast. I want, and motors as well. I've been using tons and tons of motors, and that doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon, so I'm going to have to get a very reliable production of motors set up. I need plastic as well. 200 plastic. And 3,000 wire. That should not be a problem. 1, 2, 3. And then I need advanced modular frames. Or heavy modular frames. Which require absurd amounts of things. 100 screws. So that's 2,500 screws. Which is 5 stacks. It's 5 stacks of screws just to make 25 of these things. Man, oh man. That's a lot. How many of these can I make right now? 4. It only produces 1. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna have to go grab some more screws. Thankfully, screw production, as it stands, is fairly reliable. Like, I can overclock the constructors that are making screws, and they will begin producing more than what our storage can even hold. Okay, let's dump all this in here. 100 motors, 200 plastic. I need lots more stuff. At least I'll be able to get this out of the way, and then I can worry about automation a bit more. I'll probably worry about automation when we're off screen, because that's going to be lots of busy work. Just running around, getting things set up properly. Ooh, lots of quartz crystals. That's good. I can make lots more crystal oscillators, because I need tons. I already burned through all those screws. At this rate, I'm going to have to set up like 5 different places producing iron products. And just producing them like one at a time. This is where I make screws. Steel pipes. Ugh. Thankfully, steel pipes are very easy to make and pretty quick, so I haven't been running out of them at all. How are we doing in case steel beams? Not bad, not bad. Come on. Ugh. It's a little slow going uphill. Okay, 22, 23, 24, 25. Boom.
Milestone reached. Fluids can now be packaged to allow for transportation via vehicle and conveyor belts. Additionally, highly improved biofuel can now be produced.
So that begs the question. Okay, I see. So I need to craft empty canisters first, then those need to be fed into a refinery along with the fluid that will then produce the packaged version of it. I guess they can also unpack. Interesting. That opens up plenty more resource opportunities, or at least plenty more logistical opportunities, I should say. I can now package all that fuel that I've got sitting in those tanks and it won't go to waste. Alright. So that's that. What's next? So that's all of Tier 5. Tier 6 is up next. Probably the expanded power structure. Or infrastructure, I should say. Jetpack. Monorail train technology. Jetpack is probably the easier option. Oh, jetpack for now. Because in order to build circuit boards, I need copper sheeting and plastic, which then go into making computers. I may just end up building the computers manually. But I probably should get some kind of circuit board production set up. At the end of the day, I am definitely going to need plastic at the very least. Probably less so rubber, but definitely going to need plastic being abundant in my main crafting area. So we got copper sheeting there. You know what I can do? Gonna just expand my my copper section here. I can build an assembler right here. I'm gonna need a bigger platform here. Huh. Both these platforms ended up being pretty darn close to matching up. Not quite, but pretty close. Pretty happy with that. Okay, so we need an assembler that is going to be feeding copper sheets. Let's stick it right there. As well as another storage container right about there. So that's you. That's you. This is going to require power. So you are going to be making circuit boards. You require plastic. For now, I will do this manually. And just grab a bunch. Yeah, let's grab a bunch of plastic and shove it in there. So 2 copper sheets and 4 plastic. So I'll need a lot more plastic. Copper sheet production is real easy, so I'm not worried about using up that. Oh, I need somewhere for this stuff to go. I cannot afford a storage container because I don't have enough iron rods. Please give me the rods. I'll take a couple stacks so I can free up some space. Storage container. Storage container is going to go, let's say, right there. There we go. Circuit boards. Just like that. That also takes a while, doesn't it? Okay, so circuit boards will go in there, and we'll be able to use those to build computers. I think that's how you pronounce that. But first, I need way more plastic. Maybe it is about time to set up a plastic delivery route. Plastic and rubber, for that matter. Oh, I can build the industrial fluid buffers now. Oh, they're huge. Huge. I love it. So the other option would be to, which, considering the amount of plastic that I'm going through, our other option would be to scrap the refineries on location and literally just pump crude oil halfway across the map from Coral Lake all the way down here. Which could be done. I mean, there's nothing stopping me from doing that. I have all the resources that I can very easily do it. But it's just a huge pipeline. And then setting up a refinery here. Which, I mean, honestly, maybe I should just do that. In the long run, it might save me more headaches. Although I think if I'm going to do that, I'm going to expand the oil refinery itself. Or not the refinery, rather, but the extractors. Because right now I have one extractor. If I do it that way, I'm probably going to put 2 extractors down on the 2 pure sources of oil that I have, and then pump that all the way across the map over to, I don't know, like somewhere over here anyway. Oh yeah, I forgot there is a little source of water right here that I could use for something. But yeah, I can build like an oil refinery here and then have like great big fluid buffers that are full of oil. I've got lots of access to that, and then build everything out from there. And then potentially I could even have a fuel power plant built here, right next to my base, to supplement the coal power grid that I have going. I might do that. For now, I need to go collect more plastic. Let's clean out our inventory first. I have too much crap in here. I do hate the fact that the explosives and the gas filters they count as ammunition, so you have to carry them separate. Same with the spiked rebar. It is annoying. But I suppose I understand. I should maybe make some more gas filters. Hold up. I gotta make some more biomass first. Then I can use the biomass to make more fabric. Combine just biomass with mushroom mass and you get fabric. Not sure if I follow, but you know, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. I definitely could set up an assembler to do this for me. Probably wouldn't hurt, actually. I should just set up a little section that just has, like, assemblers. Just a little area that has assemblers powered up and attached to storage containers that I can just use for whatever I need to. Just dump, you know, some mycelia and some biomass in there, and it'll make fabric for me. Then I can just walk away and I don't have to worry about it. But for the time being, I need rubber. Require more rubber. I'll grab that little 10 stack too. I'll make some more filters for my gas mask just so I don't run out. I'm gonna need more coal too. Go raid my coal storage. I really like the walkways that I've set up in my steel mill here. It makes traversing a lot easier. I don't have to jump over conveyor belts anymore. I really should set something up like that over here, but I've been living with it this long. I'm just gonna keep going. $30 cartridges should be plenty. I wonder how many is in a stack. Probably 50. Oh, that's all I can do. Okay, good enough. Fabric, put away. Dump some stuff into my recycler. Like all these steel pipes that I don't need. And I still have a bunch of plastic on me that I don't need at the moment, so I'll put that back into storage. Actually, I can shove that into there. Plastic for days. I really expected there to be more than 67 circuit boards there. I guess these have full stacks of everything in it already, so that explains it. That hard drive should be done. What we got? Alternate blueprint encased industrial pipe. Ooh, that's not bad. That might be really useful, actually. Alternate blueprint bolted frame. Huh. That might be... That's really interesting, too. Solid steel ingot. Iron ingots. This coal into steel ingots. That doesn't really seem useful. I guess it's slightly more efficient, but this is tricky. What do I want? Modular frames aren't really a problem. I'm gonna go with the encased industrial pipes. Because steel pipes are easier to make than steel beams. And I've almost always got a surplus of steel pipes compared to steel beams. Except for the time being, because this thing is out of concrete, I am guessing. Yep. Let's see. There is a limestone deposit right over here. I could set up another concrete production there and then pump it into this thing. Or set it up in a way that it provides concrete to that machine, to that assembler. For now, I'll just dump some more concrete into this container and let it run. Two, three, four, five. I'll just let it go. Do I need that truck anymore? Probably not. But I'll leave it for now. Alrighty, let's see. I'm going to have to... It's going to take interesting setup to get like a truck station and everything made. Got enough parts for it. Grab some more modular frames and be on my way. So if we wanted to automate this, then we would probably drive down across the rock bridge. It seems like the most straightforward way to get across there. Although if I do just pump everything over to like a separate refinery area, that would probably be easier. Well, maybe not easier, but it would be more convenient. I could even run the pipeline across this whole bridge. if I really wanted to. Although I'd probably just go over top of everything. Maybe I should get a jetpack before I get too ambitious with my my pipeline dreams, my pipe dreams, as it were. There's iron production here too. Are these pure? Normal. Oh, it's a lizard doggo. I can definitely set up some sort of iron production here to create some items. Who knows what at this point? Yeah, if I build a pipeline all the way through to like a refinery area that's closer to my main base, that is one hell of a pipeline. It's basically my grand plan, basically that I have in mind is I'm gonna make another oil extractor on that oil source. Then both of them are going to pump. Of course, how much do you produce? 240 per minute, so that's more than a single pipeline can even take, so I'd have to build two. Would need two pipelines to get the maximum efficiency out of it, so to speak. So I'd have two pipelines running all the way across here. Probably low, like across the lake, and then up over that way, as straight to the prize as possible. It would definitely require significant pumpage. They provides 20 meters of head lift. Well, let's test something here. So from this platform, that's 4 meters. Eight, 12, 16, come on, 16 and 20. So basically a single pump will provide that much head lift for a pipeline, which is, it's actually a lot more than I expected. So I wouldn't need a ton of pumps, just a couple. Heck yeah, that's doable. Like I said, I'll probably do that off screen because it's going to be lots of logistical work. I don't know what it is about the pipelines in this game, but they're so satisfying. Just to see them full of fluid and pumping, and everything is working in tandem, and the tanks are full, and it's just, I don't know what it is. It just feels so good. You know what I could do while I'm here? Set something up kind of temporarily. Gonna make another refinery. Wait, where's my plastic? It's not as much plastic as I expected. per minute. Okay. Probably set up another one, honestly. But what I was going to do is set up this fuel production to be put into actual canisters. But I'd have to craft the canisters first from plastic. Let's see how much that will take. Empty canister. That takes 30 per minute, which is more than I am currently even producing. Woof. So yeah, I would need multiple refineries making plastic just to keep up with the efficiency of this and to keep up so that I would have plastic left over for crafting. Okay, we won't do that just yet. I'm gonna take all this and all this back to my storage. Boy, plastic production is huge in this game. I guess that makes sense. Everything uses plastic, so... Wait. This thing has been driving me nuts every time I drive past it. Come here. There. I can continue now. Little glow bug has been dealt with. Let's get out of here. I still have yet to confirm if the berry bushes and nut bushes actually respawn. Oh, I think they do actually, because I swear I ran that one over before. Excuse me. Pardon me, just passing through. I also just like building stuff. I wish there was more cosmetic building items in this game, because I would definitely use them. I would love to be able to build like little outposts and stuff like that. I guess I still could. There's nothing stopping me, but most of the stuff you build is strictly for functionality than to make it pretty. But I like making things pretty. It's the reason why I work so hard to make sure none of my conveyor belts intersect each other. Aesthetics. It's all about the aesthetics. Stops on a dime, too. Love that thing. Alright, let's deposit our plastic. Keep 200 for milestone. And then rubber as well. There. Okay, plastic, rubber. I've probably got enough motors too. Yep. Go dump these motors in here too. So I just need 25 computers. Got circuit boards being built as we speak. Probably not enough. Because, hold on, I can crouch. Oh my god. You press C to crouch and I can slide? Man, I had no idea. That's wild. I had no idea that you could crouch and slide in this game. I often wondered if you could or not. And I can slide under conveyor belts? That is like the most sick, nasty thing I've ever seen. Just... It's amazing. Anyway, what was I doing? Okay, so 25 computers. I need 250 circuit boards. 250 circuit boards. I've got 125. That takes 4 plastic. Oh boy, how much plastic do I need? Let me see. 250 times 4 is 1,000 plastic. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not enough. I'll get it started anyway. I should probably get some more motors being built here too. I still have my conveyor belt set up from when I was making this automated wiring, but it was eating all of the cable that I had, so I had to stop it. Similarly, the stator production was also eating all of the copper wire. But that's okay. Copper wire is a lot easier to make. Grab some rotors. Get motor production up and running again. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, good enough. And then put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stators in there. Rotors in there. Good to go. Smart plating. So, 25 computers. I guess I could set up a manufacturer just as kind of a temporary thing. I'll just put down a bunch of storage containers and then just use those to manufacture things that I need without having to worry about doing it myself. Let's also take a look at our research, because there's some new things that we can get. I've done most of the research that I can. I haven't researched any of these medical inhalers just because they haven't become necessary. I haven't needed them at all. There's still some stuff down the Caterium research tree. Programmable splitter. Well, what's the difference between a smart splitter and a programmable splitter. Curious. I guess I never mentioned it, but I researched the Mark II power poles. The power, they can hold up to 7 connections instead of 4 that a normal one does. So far, that is the only thing that actually uses quick wire, which is why I have some in my inventory, just in case. But yeah, I could definitely research the high-speed connector. That's done. We've got some stuff to research under quartz as well. Radar technology. And sulfur. I can almost make my gun. I could research rifle cartridges, although it wouldn't really do me any good if I don't have the rifle. But I could do this. Let's go grab. Wait, I don't think I actually have enough plastic. Okay, I do. Perfect. And some quick wire. Where am I keeping my quick wire? Right here. Research Katerium. Research high-speed connector. So we've unlocked supercomputers. Cool. That also unlocks power poles, Mark III, and programmables. Well, I guess no. We have to research supercomputers first, and then we can research programmable splitters. And inflated pocket dimension. 5 more inventory slots. Cool. Guess I might as well research one of these stupid things. Got a bunch of them. That one's easy. That one is easy. Let's grab some stuff. I could just... oh, right. All of my nuts are equipped. They don't actually count as being in my inventory. We have researched the nutritional inhaler. Which, can I even make that? Where are you at? Oh, it's probably equipment. That's what it is. Medicinal inhaler. Well, I guess that's good to have, if nothing else. I've got plenty of resources to build them. It's just I never really need them because I'm always carrying a whole stack of nuts around with me. I would feel bad about... Whoop. I would feel bad about carrying around an inhaler that restores all of your health and then use it to restore like 2 squares. Seems like a waste to me. Alright, what else do we have to do? We've done some research. We've got our oil production set up. We are just waiting to build some computers and then we can get our jetpack. Which that will probably be the next thing that we do. might be enough. I don't know if that's enough or not. Well, at the very least, a cat has jumped up in front of my monitor to remind me that it is time to feed him. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to save. Then I'm going to stand right on top of this storage container while this thing builds circuit boards. And then when I come back, we'll probably start building some computers. I'll be back in just one moment. Alrighty. Watching the wonderful production in progress. I need 45 more. Let's get started anyway. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna build a manufacturer over here. So I don't have to do this manually. And then I can use it for other stuff. I need more plastic and heavy modular frames. Of course I do. We build 2 because I need more steel pipes. Steel pipes. Always need more steel pipes. Okay, how many do I need? I need 10. Wait. I need 10 heavy modular frames, and they require 15 steel pipes, so I need 150 steel pipes. I'm gonna need more. There. Okay, so I've got enough steel pipes. I'm gonna need 1,000 screws, 50 encased steel beams, and 50 modular frames. So I got that. Got that. I need more screws. I always play this game so like fast and loose. Sometimes I need to just slow down. Slow down, do the math, figure out what I actually need, and then go from there. Wait, how many of these can I make? I can make 11 of them. But I'm only going to make 10, because that's all I need. I'm definitely going to need a manufacturer making those things, because I need tons of them. Manufacturer. Oh, I need more plastic before I can even make that. And I don't have any more here. Maybe I can steal some from this. You don't need that much plastic. I'll take that. Yoink. Yeah, it's kind of wild to me how much, like, once you get access to plastic, it's just like, yeah, everything needs plastic. Oh, I need 50. Dang it. Just everything needs plastic. It's wild. I mean, it makes sense, but it just feels weird that all of a sudden everything requires this resource that you just got access to. I guess it's kind of like steel too. Steel basically did the same thing. Enormous monstrosity. It's a very satisfying noise that it makes, though. I'll give it that. The big machinery is pretty great. The way it just crashes down and makes this horrifying noise. That could be enough space, kind of, but I don't know if, yeah, that's not going to be enough space. Sorry, boys. Gonna have to move you a bit. Probably gonna have to do a little bit of overhang. I mean, it looks awful, but I'll take it. Power line down here. Where's the power node? There, perfect. Aesthetics, baby. Gotta maintain. And then one more storage container on the back end for what is going to emerge from this flying thing. Is there a ladder to get on top? Oh, there is. That is one of the things that I love about this game, is that every piece of machinery you build usually has a ladder to get to the very top of it as well. And it's usually helpful to get up here because it's easier to see, you know, the big picture when you're building machinery. You can lay things out easier. But it's like the assemblers and this manufacturer, for example, they have two ladders. They have a little ladder here that lets you climb up to this area above the conveyors. And then they've got the ladder that actually leads on top of the whole thing itself. It's a neat little detail. I appreciate it. Alright, what are we making? We are making... I could already make some modular engines. build a manufacturer just to produce beacons. Definitely going to need this to make crystal oscillators, but for now, let's go with computers. So, lots of plastic, lots of screws. Let's do the math. So I need 1,300 screws, so let's get those in there right now. So that's nice and easy. Put 1,500 in just for posterity. Plastic cable. 25. Gonna need 225 cable. That's nice and easy. The extras can get recycled if need be. Do 300 cable. Then circuit boards, I will need 250, as well as 450 plastic, which I should have in the reserves if I head back to the refinery. I just need to make sure that I've got enough of these guys. Do. Perfect. I'll just take them all. Dump them in here, and then go get my plastic, and it's computer time. Feed the beast. Oh, where's my car? Where did I park my car? Wait, no. Yeah, when you do an autopilot thing, these nodes appear, and you can actually edit them manually as well. You can just delete nodes if you want. Alright, let's make another trip. I have no idea what I just ran into. But I'm definitely looking forward to getting my oil refineries a bit closer. Knowing now that I need plastic for like pretty much everything at this point going forward, I definitely want a refinery much closer. Not looking forward to having to build those pipelines, but you know, you gotta make some sacrifices sometimes. Out of my way. Stupid endemic life. I got plastic to make. Plastic to collect. I got computers to make. Don't you know how important this is? Oh, that's gonna hurt. It is nice how fast this thing is, because they can just rip right through poison gas clouds and just take a little bit of damage. Alright, did he shut off? Oh no. That's why. There's nowhere for the byproduct to go. Oof. So I have to keep this byproduct flowing, or else it's not going to keep producing. I didn't even think of that. That makes, I mean, it makes complete sense. But, man, that is a whole nother wrinkle. That is a whole nother wrinkle that I didn't even think about. That is going to make this production a lot more complicated. So everything is full. I guess I could... No, I don't even have access to fuel power yet, so I can't even burn this fuel. Can't do anything with it. Well, for now, the only thing that I can really do is I don't really have anything to use this for, so I could just flush the whole thing. And it'll have to refill. Yeah, that is a logistical problem that I did not even realize. I did not even think about. That the byproduct has to be dealt with, or else it will not continue to produce. Makes sense. Plastic that I need? 450. Okay, I guess I'll just wait here for a little while. Yeah, I definitely want my refinery closer in that case. Because if something like this happens again, or something goes wrong, I don't want to have to drive so far just to troubleshoot something. I hate that the power line is going through the building, but there's nothing I can do about that right now. And the rubber is actually producing more of the byproduct than the plastic is. What else? What else can I do with that stuff? Let me see here. So I could just pipe this stuff into petroleum coke and just turn it into that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Fuel or petroleum coke. So this is creating fuel. I could definitely just leave these tanks full of fuel and then branch this off to make petroleum coke instead, which is just a less efficient coal. I don't even know what I would use it for. I mean, I guess I'll let this run for now. Because the tanks aren't going to fill up too terribly soon. Yeah, I was really excited to get like fuel production up, but I guess now in retrospect, I don't really have anything to do with it other than package it, but I don't have the infrastructure to support that yet. So that will have to wait. Let's flush this pipe segment. Wait, no, stop. I want to flush this pipe segment again because I want to get all the fuel out of this thing. Wait, no, stop. No, stop. I'm just going to build a new one. Gonna build a new one right where the last one was. You are going to make fuel, residual fuel. I can also make liquid biofuel now. Okay, well, I'm going to be making petroleum coke. So you do that. And I will build a great big storage container to store all this crap, except it should be facing the right direction. There it is, petroleum coke. So that uses 40 per minute. This is producing 10 and 20, producing 30, so I should be using up all of the byproduct faster than I can store it. On the whole. So that should work. I don't really want this. I don't need petroleum coke for anything. I don't really want it for anything, but it is a byproduct that needs to be dealt with, so I'm stuck with it. That is interesting. I like that. That is an interesting wrench to be thrown into the mix in the later stage of the game. I like the noises this thing makes too. This is probably the most heinous thing that I've built in the game so far. Is like on one side of the lake I have coal power plants just billowing smog into the air, and on this side of the lake I've got, you know, oil extractors, refineries making oil into other byproducts, and then the byproduct of that oil being made into petroleum coke, while these things are also, they seem to be billowing like more smoke. It doesn't really look like smog so much. It is a bit cleaner than the coal burning, I guess. But it's still not good. So I've got a whole crap load of fuel here that I don't know what to do with. Let's see here. Can I build another refinery? I can't. I don't have. I am short one encased steel beam. Oof. There is an artifact underneath this tree. I haven't bothered to cut it down and collect it yet because, well, there's no point.
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen.
Don't tell me what to do, artifact. Inserting words into my mind. %, efficiency. Oh, it's making 120 parts per minute. You know what that means. It's time to bust out the Mark II conveyor belt. There they go. Now that should be able to keep up. I'm just going to yank that out of there just to free up that space. Oh, I love it. I love it when efficiency just like matches perfectly. Speaking of, I could probably turn down the production of my oil extractor because this is using 30 cubic meters. That's using 30 cubic meters. So I really don't need more than 60 cubic meters per minute of oil production. But I already know that this thing is pumping way more than that. Yeah, this thing is pumping 240 cubic meters per minute. Which is ridiculous. I don't need that much. I need 60. So yeah, if I run this thing at 25%, then that'll be plenty. It should be anyway. It's a crazy amount of oil. Holy crap. That's enough to provide like it's enough to provide 8 refineries? That can't be right. Yeah, I guess it is. So this one extractor is producing enough oil to keep 8 refineries up and running. Maybe I don't need 2 oil pipelines. That is wild. It's gonna hurt. Ow. Alright, well, that's pretty good. That's still plastic. At least the byproduct is being used up. Cut this down. Give me the Mercer sphere so it stops glowing. above the tall machinery. I'm gonna go see if that giant spider respawned. Nope, he didn't. So, yeah, apparently when you build structures in certain areas, the wildlife will stop respawning around those areas. But if you don't, then they very likely will respawn, especially around resource nodes. That is where the wildlife seems to spawn most often. And if you build something close to or on that node, then they won't respawn anymore. Which is nice. I'm glad that the game kind of takes that into account. The only thing I wish is that in these fluid buffers I could actually see there's like a window so that I could see what was inside. Because you can do that with the pipeline. The pipelines have windows so you can see what's flowing through them. But the tanks do not. Maybe the big one does. Maybe. Maybe they do. No, I don't think they do. Unfortunate. Doggo. Don't have anything that I can give you, Doggo. I'm sorry. I don't think you'll eat that. Maybe. Well, I need to split this down into one. Into a single nut. Do you eat nut? No, he does not eat nut. He will eat berries, I know that. But I don't have any berries. And I don't think he'll eat bacon mushrooms. Well, maybe. Let's see if I can find one. Bacon. Oh my god, there's more oil over there. Holy crap. What sort of purity are we dealing? Ooh. Hello. I guess spits acid. I don't want to be here. Do not want. The big fireball spewing guys don't scare me anymore because they don't have very much health, and their projectiles are pretty easy to dodge. The big guys that spew acid, like the blue fireballs, those guys still scare me because they do lots of damage. I have yet to actually kill one, but I want to know what kind of oil that is. Oh, hey, there's some quartz here. Don't mind if I do. Oh, hello. The giant spiders also don't really scare me anymore. They're creepy, but they're not very hard. Just strafe around them and they won't be able to hit you. And you just slap them a few times. Alright, it must be pretty much full on stuff by now. Sure, I'll take everything. Let's roll. We'll go build ourselves a jetpack and then call it there. Oh, there's a bacon mushroom. I knew I passed one on the way in. Oh. Oh, well, there goes another bush. Actually, I wonder if they just reappear after you run them over. I'm gonna try that. Let's see here. Nope, they don't. Well, oh well. That's a shame. Out of my way. I will never tire of hitting creatures in the vehicles in this game. Just because they instantly ragdoll and go flying. They're perfectly fine. They just get up, continue on their day. For the record, that's what happens to players too. I got ran over by one of my autopilot trucks once, and that is exactly what happened. I just ragdolled for a bit, and I just got back up. That's not what happens if you get run over in real life. Sometimes real life is boring. There is something in the ground there that I keep hitting that is like next to invisible, and it sends me flying. Love how fast that thing stops. Okay, let's go dump this plastic into our manufacturer to make these computer bits. 2, 3, 4. 450. Alright, now this thing should go to work. Plastic, is that right? No, 450. Oh god, this is only going to make 2.5 parts per minute. I like the animation though. Advanced machinery. That is definitely not why I'm crafting right now, but you know. Did we make one? We did. I want to see what they look like. I've never seen a computer before. I want to see what it looks like. Let me see. There it is. A computer. I am kind of tempted to overclock this thing, but it is already running an absurd amount of power. I guess I have lots of capacity. Let's do it. Ramp it up. Hell, let's double it. We have enough resources to complete it, so we're not going to run out. So let's double production. Ugh. Tug's collar. Look at that jump. Oof. I mean, we got more than enough power to accommodate for that, but one piece of machinery taking up 166 megawatts is a little bit nuts. That's a bit much, to say the least. Like, the space elevator doesn't even take up... The space elevator doesn't have any power. It doesn't need power. It's powered from space. Is it possible that we'll have two computers on the conveyor belt at the same time? No. Got my hopes up for nothing. Oh, I see. It's not getting plastic fast enough, I don't think. Oh, it isn't. I need to upgrade them logistics. Per minute. 260 screws per minute. Gonna run out of screws too. $270 resources per minute. It's time. It's time to bust out the Mark III conveyor belt. Look at him go. Wow, that is fast. That is ridiculously fast. Let them screws go. I'm tempted to build like a really long conveyor belt, like from one distant resource area, one distant resource node to my base using one of those conveyor belts, because it is just so ridiculous. Just imagine seeing resources just shooting across the landscape at that speed. And the best part is, that's not even the fastest one. There's a Mark IV conveyor belt that transports... How much was that? Any resources? It was like 480 resources per minute or something? 480 resources per minute. Per minute. That is nuts. That would be so fast. How's their screw production going anyway? Kind of starting to run low. Plate production's good. Why are we running out of iron bars or iron rods all of a sudden? We're not really. Kind of holding steady. I guess the rotors are losing. How's that going anyway? It's going good. They're just slow. Pump this up a bit. Been going through lots of rotors lately, so I'm going to bump up their production just a tad. Oh, is that it? 24. Did I not provide enough plastic? I guess not. Well, here, have that. Build one more computer and then I will shut you down. Thank you. Take everything out. Oh god. The autosave made it lag for just a second, which was long enough for me to overshoot my storage container and go flying off the edge of my platform. Alright, manufacturer works well. You know what I'm going to do? Just for future usage, I'm going to replace all of these conveyor belts with Mark III conveyor belts. Definitely a lot faster than they have any right to be, but it'll save me the headache of having to configure it every time I put new stuff in there. These conveyor belts actually go fast enough that I can't walk against them. I have to run. That's amusing. You know, you could probably use conveyor belts as like a method of transportation in this game. I never really thought about it before. Like instead of the hypertubes or something, just set up a really fast conveyor belt from one place to the next and then just stand on it. And it will take you to the edge of the world. Oh, I didn't actually get my computers. $25 computer. Let's go turn this in. See if we can build a jetpack.
R&D inflated your pocket dimension and has provided a
Hey.
jetpack, which operates on oil-based fuel for increased navigational capabilities as well as odds of survival.
Wait, oil-based fuel. Uh-oh. That's not good. Jetpack. Oh, I can make one. Perfect. So, let's see. Jetpack. Equip. Cool. So it apparently came with some fuel that I have already burned through. So we are going to have to... we're going to have to get some fuel canisters set up before I can... can't I jump up here? Can I not jump high enough to clear the resource containers anymore? Oh my god, this is the worst. I got so used to being able to jump high that this is just horrifying. Alright, well, I'm going to need some fuel canisters in order to get my jetpack up and running. And I believe that is the last piece of, like, equipment for us. Body equipment, I should say. Because we got the gas mask, we got our jetpack, we've got the Blade Runner. We got pretty much everything. We're making good progress. Uh-oh, this is gonna hurt. Ow. Oh, I'm so slow. Oh, good. Oh, I hate it. Why am I still wearing this thing? Get it off me. Well, computers. Oh my god. 50 heavy modular frames. Oh boy, that's a nightmare. Well, that's going to be next, I think. And we'll put away the rest of these resources. That's plastic. This is rubber. Actually, just going to hold on to plastic and rubber in my inventory. Because it's good to have. Oh, this quartz I can get rid of too. Yoink. Have some limestone for some reason. Put you in there. Everything else I can do for the time being. I'll just put them away into their respective containers. Mycelium, organs. Artifacts can go in here. I really expected to have more of these. I feel like I've collected way more of these Mercer spheres and Summer Sloops. Do I have them hiding somewhere else? No. I had 21 computers just chilling out in here? I'm a moron. Oh well, I'm gonna need them anyway. Sulfur, bauxite, SAM ore. Still don't know what that's for. I'm gonna delete all this. I'm gonna get rid of all the sulfur. Oh, this quartz can go in here too. I have sulfur production set up, so I don't need raw sulfur just sitting around. I can get rid of that. Oh, shuttle's back. Welcome back, pod. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, well, enjoy a nice snack while I'm up here. Well, we accomplished a few things today. We successfully set up our oil refinery. Successfully started plastic and rubber production, although I'd run into a bit of a hiccup with it. We built our first manufacturer over there. We built, we got our gas mask for the first time. We got our jetpack. I'm going to have to find a way to get more fuel for this thing because it's useless now. I used it all up. And we built ourselves a new car. We got things going pretty well. Now it's just a matter of streamlining and hopefully getting things worked out in a way that will smooth out the future process of building all of the space elevator parts, because that's going to take a while. But I'm well on my way already. I've got some stockpiles I can burn through first. But there's definitely some adjustments that I need to make. Some work that needs to be put in to streamline the whole process, but I'll do that off screen. For now, I should definitely save the game. 50 hours we have put into this game. That is more than I ever thought I would. It's kind of wild, actually. But yeah, that's it for me. I'll be taking tomorrow off, but I will be on Wordsy stream for Game Jam tomorrow evening. So tune in for that. And probably I'll probably be back Friday with something because I don't really have anything else going on Friday. But I don't know what. I am getting a little bit. I I am getting a little bit burned out on Satisfactory. Maybe not burned out. Like I still really enjoy playing the game, but I think the stream content is maybe reaching its reaching a point where it's not as exciting as it could be. So I might take a break from Satisfactory for a while. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do Friday yet, but I'll come up with something. Maybe maybe Star Wars Squadrons or something else entirely. Who knows? But I'll be back. I'll be back before too long. In any event, 50 Shades of Grayscale should be starting up here shortly, about 20 minutes or so. Which means Shake isn't actually online yet. Hmm. Well, what else do we got here? That looks pretty good. Yeah, so Shakes will be streaming in about probably 20 minutes here. Oh, she might be going online right now. So that's, uh, yeah, she'll be coming online here shortly. But for now, I'm going to be rating. It looks like Transient Tiefling is playing Fallout New Vegas. So I'm going to send people over there. Um, yeah, so I'll be back Friday, and then again Sunday with more Hollow Knight, and from there, things will keep on trucking. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching, and be sure to check in on everybody else and what they're up to. There's always fun stuff going on. So I will see you next time.